Hey everyone, welcome back. What I'm going to show you today is a demonstration on heat shrinking metal. Now this is going to be the proper way to do it. So I've got this old van fender here and I sanded a patch out of the middle with some 80 grit. And this here is still tight, it's nice and solid. But before I do the heat shrinking, I'm going to show you what kind of damage you can do with a hammer and dolly by overstretching the metal. I've talked in previous videos about that, work hardening and overstretching. So just by hammer and dolly and too much pressure, too much hammering, we'll actually put an oil can in here. So that's just from about 10 seconds of hammering on there. So it was nice and tight before. Okay, so you can see, if you had a panel that's damaged from a collision and then you don't use proper techniques on hammer and dollying, how you're actually putting more damage into the metal. So the first thing we're going to do before we heat shrink this is make sure this panel is out. We don't want to heat shrink it with it caved in like that. Being these panels have a natural crown to them, if I did it with it in the pushed in position, it's going to tighten up and it's going to stay kind of caved in there, and that's not what we want. So I'm going to hammer on the back side, get it to pop out, stay there before we begin. Okay, that's what I'm looking for right there. Now, I'm going to show you, this is the book I got when I went to trade school. 1976, still has my name in there, the date. Now these are the old techniques that they used to use when everybody did a lot of metal repair. And the procedure is in here, how to do your heat shrinking. So, this isn't something that somebody just showed me and they said it worked pretty good for them. It's not something I come up on my own. This was the industry standard. This is how everybody did it. In that textbook there, the old ways of pick and filing and the old sheet metal work, this is how everybody did it. And I think a lot of that stuff has been gone by the wayside, or people forgot about it. Maybe they never knew how to do it originally. So they just kind of figured, try some other stuff, but I'm going to show you the correct way to do it. Now the first thing you're going to do, or actually not going to do, is use a propane torch. You have to use oxygen acetylene torch, because a propane torch, it's going to heat up a big area and you're going to have your heat effect zone is going to spread out. It's going to put more warpage in the panel. So what we've got is just, and if memory serves me correct, I think this was called a number 2 tip. And this is what we used back in the day for brazing sheet metal. But we're going to get this red hot, about the size of a dime. We're going to work quick. And the way we do this, we're going to have the dolly on the back side, a little pressure, and all these hammer strikes are going to be at kind of a glancing blow towards the center, and that's going to take the sheet metal in a loose spot and it's going to force it into the center. We're going to end up with like a marble sized little dimple coming out. We're going to hammer that just a couple of times to flatten it. We don't want to overstretch it again, and then we're going to quench it with water. You hit the water to it and that's what tightens everything up. So let's see how it works. Now we want to get a neutral flame on this, a little bit of carbon, and then you're going to pull back your oxygen till that tip tightens up, and you can see it there. Right when that, I'll show you again, let's see. That's too cold. We're going to bring back that flame, tighten it up, maybe go a little bit hotter. We increase the acetylene, pull back the oxygen. Now we're going to do this real quick. We're going to get it hot. We don't want the heat to affect the whole panel. Okay, and we can do one more in here. Okay, and depending on how bad this is, how big of an area you have to work with, sometimes you have to do multiple heat shrinks. You know, you might do a series of them. If it's really stretched, you could do a row of them, but start somewhere in the middle. And then if you have to, you can work out, but take your time, do a few of them, keep it small, keep that flame nice and hot. You want to heat it up quick, about the size of a dime. Now another thing, I didn't use my shrinking hammer. And years ago when I learned to do it, I didn't have one. Really, they weren't using them at the time. And the problem I have with the shrinking hammer, they've got the little serration, looks like a little waffle iron. And when you're striking that, it's putting those little bitty like chips or little marks in there. And you got to get all that carbon out of there. Sometimes about the only way to do is sandblast it out. So you don't really need a shrinking hammer, just a regular smooth bumping hammer will do it. But right there, it's tightened up. That metal doesn't pop in and out, no oil can, so you can finish your metal straightening operation on there. So one thing, like I said before, do not use a propane torch. If you look at the flames on here, there's a big difference. You're not gonna have that propane torch heat up a spot. Let's just try it and see what happens here. We're not getting anything red hot. It's going to take a long time, and then actually you can see we're heating up a big area there. So I can see it from here. It probably won't show up on a video, but this whole thing has got a big knot in it. Where we take this and literally 3 seconds, we're ready to go. And that's the key. You want to keep that confined to a small area as you work. You don't want to heat that whole panel up. So it's like anything else, it takes a little practice. Go ahead and try it. Try it out on a scrap panel, see how you like it. But this is actually was the industry standard for years, and this is how it should be done. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, subscribe. Anything else you can think to do, go ahead and do it.